Hey everybody, we are here at SEMA 2023. We are on day one and we happen to be in what looks like the Aeromotive booth, but as some of you may know, has recently become the Roadster Shop. And we're going to talk a little bit about that because we are here with LP, who is going to introduce himself. He is the CEO of the Roadster Shop and now all of these other brands. We're going to talk a little bit about that merger, how it came about, and why it makes sense. We also happen to be standing here in front of this gorgeous vehicle, which is the Illicit. There will be an official reveal later this afternoon, but right now you get a little sneak preview. So before we get too more distracted by the car, LP, introduce yourself. Say your name in your beautiful accent for us.
All right,
so I don't butcher it.
My name is Laurent Potdevin, and it's been 30 years of people butchering my name. So 25 years ago, I became LP, and LP stuck. So here you go.
Excellent. Okay, you are the CEO of what is now the Roadster Shop, which is a coming together of Aeromotive and all of the brands that have been associated with that over the last few years, and the Roadster Shop, which is a very well-known brand on its own. So I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about how that came about. What you gave me an amazing example a few minutes ago of why it makes sense to bring all these things together. So I'd love it if we could revisit that analogy.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been a really interesting journey. I mean, I joined the Aeromotive group a year ago, coming from outside of the industry, really having been a car enthusiast my whole life, but not being from the industry at all. And inherited a number of very cool brands, great product, Aeromotive, Pertronics, Taylor, a 100-year-old brand, JBA, Dogs, but brands that didn't necessarily speak very logically with each other. Right? Great product, great brand, and our first focus, I mean, my first focus was to rebuild the team and really refocus on product innovation and really reignite the product pipeline of innovation, which had been, these brands probably didn't get as much TLC as they should have in the past 3 or 4 years. So started focusing on that, and during that time met Phil and Jeremy at the Roadster Shop, and we really had awesome chemistry from day one.
Excellent.
I love the level of taste that they put in product. I think they're incredible trendsetter. They've got their finger on the pulse of what's going on.
Absolutely.
And we started talking. We kept on talking, like the dating
period
went really well. And when you think about it, where we are today, renaming the Aeromotive Group Roadster Shop you can almost think about it as a sandwich, right? Not a very pretty analogy, but the name on the door is going to be Roadster Shop, and it's a very aspirational brand that appeals to a very wide, very large audience. Known for premium product, I mean, incredible car builds. And the core of their business is chassis building. Right? And so now we've got these incredible chassis, and all of our brands fit really well on the chassis, right? And so now we can work with our engineers, their engineers, and think about how do we want our exhaust system to fit on their chassis, how do we want our fabricated fuel tanks, our pumps, and so you've got the chassis, the foundation. All of our brands now have a really awesome platform to evolve and to work on innovation. And then with the Roadster Shop name on the door, we can appeal to a really wide audience, from Formula Drift to drag racing to restoration. I mean, the sky is the limit. So we're very, very excited about what's shipping us, what's the Roadster Shop is shipping us to be, and writing this next chapter with them.
That's excellent. I mean, I think a lot of folks know all of these brands individually. I think they've watched with a lot of interest as they've sort of come under the Aeromotive Group umbrella, and the idea of having this aspirational umbrella over them all now is really exciting. I think the big surprise for me when I read the press release was because for those of us who are in race and performance, who are, come to SEMA every year, we know this, everybody knows Aeromotive as, kind of hands-on brand, some of these other things. And then it was interesting to see that the Roadster Shop was going to be, the headline, right? But I think the way that you describe it makes so much sense. It takes all of these individual brands with all of their amazing strengths and allows it to really come together with a platform, both literal and figurative, that highlights all of those. So it's really exciting. So what is next for you guys?
What is next is, we just
literally caused it. Literally, like
10 days ago.
Yeah, exactly.
And I haven't had a chance to even say hi to them. since we got to Vegas. But between now and the end of the year, we're going to spend a lot of time together. I mean, we've got lots of resources. I mean, we want our engineers to meet their engineers.
Right.
We want to visit each other's facilities. We want to start planning, like the first move we want to make. I mean, we've got some ideas around new product categories that
Right.
the Roadster Shop could be,
Yeah.
doing a very good job with. I know that they've had a lot of ideas that they've kept on the shelf because
Right.
their business has been growing
Right,
at an
exactly.
incredible pace. And so, bringing some support to make sure that they bring their dreams and their vision to life is going to be exciting. But yeah, it's a little early.
Yeah.
To
For real. Yeah. I'm not looking for insider secrets. I mean, sure, if you want to give me, but yeah.
but no, we're excited. I mean, I think bringing all these brands and really at a time where you probably see people consolidating brands and talking about cost cutting and
Right.
synergies. I mean, I think we want to be sort of the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we want to be about innovation and investing in brands and sort of keeping the soul of all of our brands intact and really like nurturing
Right.
every one of those brands, focusing on innovation and then bringing them all together, as opposed to maybe bring everything together and try to cost cut, which
Right.
we probably see a little too much of in
Right.
the industry. So we want to differentiate ourselves that way. And I think this merger really speaks for itself in bringing those brands together.
I think you said something as well right before we started the interview about it, allowing them to kind of create a more aspirational, more of the dreams of what they want to create, and that's really exciting too, particularly right now.
Yeah, they've got, these guys. I mean, you've seen the work they've done.
Yeah,
They've done
it's amazing.
incredible work. I mean, and it's not to take anything away from our brands. Right?
No,
Taylor,
no,
a brand that's
yeah.
100 years old. I mean, you look at JBA, you look at Taylor, you look at Aeromotive. I was at the NHRA race this past weekend. The
Yeah.
Aeromotive product is
Yeah,
everywhere.
it's everywhere.
The
Yeah,
waterline is everywhere.
exactly.
And so bringing, these different talents together, sometimes that have very different visions or different
Yes.
views, and I think that's where the magic
Yeah.
happens, right?
Exactly.
So I'm excited for what's coming.
Excellent.
For us.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I know that you have a really busy SEMA in front of you, but we appreciate it, and we will also be back to talk about the vehicle a little later, right? Illicit, it's gorgeous. Yeah, it's so beautiful.
I want to hear all about it.
Yeah, I want to hear about it too. Excellent. Thank you so much.